What's up, G family? You feel me? We're gonna be watching three disturbing TikTok murder cases, bro. I'm tired of seeing murder everywhere. Like, come on now, people, we gotta get better than that. Like, I'm tired, man. But with that said, PSA, I just started making music like a month and a half ago. So if y'all mess with me, the G, go to Geezoo, Geezoo, and run it up, man, on YouTube. You feel me? I be posting like every other day on my music channel. So if y'all fuck with me, go to that music channel. But with that said, let's get into this murder video, bro. I'm tired of seeing murder, bro. Like straight up.
The following stories tell the tales of real cases in which TikTok played a role in a murder.
You see that too? TikTok played a role in somebody's murder, bro. Like, come on now, bro. Y'all letting social media go that far?
Ali Abu Laban was at one time a TikTok celebrity. He had over 1 million followers and was known for doing pop culture impersonations. In some of his videos, his wife Anna would join in. The pair appeared to be madly in love and had a cute relationship that others admired. Anna also had her own account on TikTok and
Now, which one of y'all? Which one of them look like killers? Because they know they both look like they got something wrong in their head. Like this picture right here, the female. Look at her. She do not look like she happy. She like, come on.
she would upload videos to that as well. The pair would dance, play around, and tease each other. The pair also shared a 5-year-old daughter.
And I'm not gonna skip that. Like his eyes weren't black, and that fucking his eyes are black. Now y'all already know what this means. If your eyes are black, you consider yourself a demon or something like that. And then this guy ends up murdering his wife. And she's beautiful too. Like, come on now, what you doing? You went too far.
Around and tease each other. The pair also shared a 5-year-old daughter. To outsiders looking in, it seemed like they had everything. They lived in a high-rise apartment in San Diego, California. They were beautiful people who were living a beautiful life, or so it appeared. Anna's life in San Diego was much different than the life she had been born into.
Actually, like New
She
York.
was born in 1993 in Japan to Filipino parents and didn't move to the United States until later in life. She was known for being kind, compassionate, and a loyal friend. Unfortunately, as time went on, trouble began to brew in her relationship with her husband. Ali became more and more possessive of his wife, and he even became violent. Ali viewed Anna as a beautiful possession that he couldn't bear to lose. He went
Now, for all my kings out there, we do not consider women as possessions, right? I hope not, cause that's out of pocket, right? That's how you easily get your possession took away from you.
to great lengths to hold control over her. The pair worked hard to conceal their relationship troubles from the public and pretend to be the same happy-go-lucky couple. But Anna's closest friends picked up on what was going on and became concerned for her. Ali was aggressive, dominant, and talked over people. He also wasn't afraid to boast about his accomplishments and financial success. He seemed to resent her friends.
That dude sounds like a prick to me. He boasts about his financial status, right? But without those people watching his TikTok, the people he's boasting to, he wouldn't even be where he's at. Crazy.
And the time that they would spend together. The more her social life grew, the angrier he became. He was actually trying to get a divorce at that time when he killed her, one of Anna's friends later recalled.
She was actually trying to get a divorce at that time when he killed her.
Ali's behavior got scarier and scarier. He felt that his wife partied too much and hated that she would attend social gatherings without him. It was clear that he was becoming more and more unhinged, even causing his family to not want to be around him. To make matters worse, he was also engaging in drug use, something his fans would soon find out about. While filming an Instagram live one day, Ali was drinking and ended up pulling out a bag of drugs that he would go on to snort while still on camera. At first, his fans thought that this.
Now, when those people in his life saw that, they didn't see that this man needed help. I mean, there's no excuse for him murdering his wife, because that is out of pocket. Like, When you get married, your wife is supposed to be your heart next to your kids, right? But this man over there murdered his wife instead of just leaving, messed up his whole TikTok career because of the drugs, the alcohol. I don't know what was going through his mental, but it couldn't be that bad to where he had to kill his wife.
This was just a skit he was doing, but became disturbed when they realized that he wasn't pretending. The red flags were beginning to add up. The next day, Ali released a weak apology. He claimed that it had been his first time ever engaging in drug use, and that he realized how dangerous it was. He then went on a strange and confusing rant in which he discussed how he didn't like his wife being around other men, and that it made
What's up with these black eyes in this video? Are they like, is the person who made this video editing it, or are they wanting to project themselves with black eyes?
him uncomfortable. In September of 2021, Anna told the police that he had pushed her, causing some minor injuries. She was done with their marriage and wanted to get a restraining order against him. On October 18th, she asked her estranged husband to leave the apartment that they shared with their daughter. Ali's behavior became more and more erratic. He began drinking heavily, even posting videos of himself driving while drinking out of a bottle of red wine. During this time, he continued to reach out to Anna, who would refuse to pick up his calls. His family begged him to give her some space, but he couldn't be reasoned with. Ali had no plans to leave Anna alone, and he hatched a disturbing plan. When he knew that Anna wasn't home, he snuck back into the apartment and downloaded a special app on his daughter's iPad. Through this app, he would be able to spy on them and know what was going on at the apartment. Before leaving, he vandalized and trashed the apartment. Sure enough, while listening in on Anna, Ali heard the sound of a male voice accompanied by her laughing. He became so enraged he could not think straight, and he automatically assumed that Anna was cheating on him. The man that Anna was with was 29-year-old Rayburn Canedes Barron. Despite Ali's assumptions, Rayburn and Anna were just friends. Ali drove to the apartment in a blind rage and shot Rayburn 3 times, killing him. He then shot Anna in the head, killing her as well. After the horrific...
Yo, to my guys out there, if you are this in love with a female, maybe you shouldn't be as aggressive. Maybe you should just, do what you as a man should do and not what a man shouldn't do, like this guy. You automatically assumed, granted you guys weren't together, you automatically assumed that your wife, your ex-wife, was sleeping with another man because you heard her laugh. Something that you couldn't do. It's insane. And then you had videos in the house, like you see what's in the house, and you didn't see nothing even go on.
murders, he fled the scene and drove to his daughter's school to pick her up. It was then that he told the confused little girl that he had hurt Mommy. He confessed to his own mother over the phone while driving away from his daughter's school. He was arrested a short while later while his daughter was still in the car. Despite the overwhelming evidence that he committed the gruesome acts, Ali claims that he is innocent and pleaded guilty to the double homicide. It's possible that if he is convicted, he may face the... Kalicia Williams was a stunning 16-year-old girl who loved dancing, filming TikToks, and hanging out with her friends. In December of 2020, she was invited to go to a chaperoned holiday party that would be held at an Airbnb with just a couple of friends from school. Her mother and stepfather felt comfortable with letting their daughter go to the party because she had gone to an event like this once before. They even spoke with the mother who would be chaperoning the event, and were told that she would be there the entire time. While Kalicia was on the fence about attending, her stepfather thought it would be a good idea to socialize. Because of the pandemic, she had been cooped up inside the house for months and was unable to see her friends. Kalicia eventually agreed and decided that she would go. However, the party, which took place the day after Christmas, was not like anything Kalicia's parents had been told. Rather than it taking place at an Airbnb, it was at the Hyatt Regency Hotel. At 12:02 a.m. on the night of the party, Kalicia was filming what would end up being her last TikTok. She was in her hotel room performing a dance routine when someone appears to enter her room without knocking. Kalicia jumps and appears shocked. She quickly turns off the video. Only moments later, can be heard coming from inside of Kalicia's hotel room. But the other partygoers were completely unaware of what was going on with their friend. While the details of what followed continued to be partially unclear, it's known that shortly after the gunfire, 2 males entered the room and found Kalicia laying on the floor covered in blood. They carried her to the elevator and the authorities were notified.
Yo, this is so messed up right here. However, this little girl got set up, bro. Like, ain't no way. Ain't no way you got called for a party at an Airbnb. Now, once you got to a hotel, you should have called your parents. Been like, this isn't an Airbnb. This is a hotel. That's the first red flag. Then, the people just said the person that killed her got into her room without knocking. Now, if y'all know motels, they know they lock right after you close the door. So whoever killed her had the fucking key.
When the paramedics arrived at the scene, Kalicia was not breathing and had no pulse. She was then transferred to the hospital where doctors tried to save her life, but were unsuccessful. While all of this was going on, Kalicia's parents reached out to the chaperone of the party to check in and see how their daughter was doing, but ultimately were not given the truth about Kalicia's fate until 8 hours after her death. The parents are of course heartbroken, but also enraged that they trusted this adult to take care of their daughter, only to be let down. They believe that the individual should be held partially accountable for what happened.
The hotel room was in her name.
I wouldn't, not partially, I would consider her guilty. Whoever that chaperone was knew what was going on. Alright, there ain't no way. A hotel door closes when you, or locks when you close it. And why would a 16-year-old girl have a hotel to herself? Where was all these people at that was supposed to be at the party? Like, this shit right here is blowing my mind. It's like, bro, this shit is insane. Like, this shit is disgusting. Whatever. Like, I feel like this was a setup to a little girl.
So I feel like she should be held accountable for my daughter's death as well.
April Smith, Kalicia's mother, told reporters. As for the suspect, he is believed to be a juvenile male, but his name has not been released. The male allegedly entered Kalicia's hotel room and a verbal altercation took place. He then fatally shot her before leaving the scene. He was taken into custody and has been charged not only with felony murder, but unlawful possession of a firearm. Following this tragedy, many people joined Kalicia's parents as they protested outside of the Hyatt Regency Hotel demanding justice.
She was
they
born
held
in
up photographs of
2004.
Kalicia and signs asking for answers. What happened after she made that last TikTok video at 12:02 a.m. and she was dead at 12:23 a.m.? I need answers. It was just a lot of foul play, and I'm trying to put all the pieces together because I don't feel like the system is doing enough to help me, April Smith also said. To this day, Kalicia's loved ones are still fighting to get the answers that they deserve as they mourn the loss of a life taken far too soon.
That whole segment, man, that shit just pissed me off. Like, your daughter got invited to a party at an Airbnb, but ends up at a hotel. Hotel's doors lock when you shut them. A juvenile kid shot her. But it was supposed to be a juvenile party. And there were supposed to be chauffeurs, but she was the only one in the room. A lot of this stuff doesn't make sense to me. Like, that shit really just pissed me off.
Mahek Bukhari is a 22-year-old TikTok star from Lancashire, England. She has a relatively large audience with over 120,000 followers and over 3.2 million likes. She filmed videos recreating popular trends as well as makeup and fashion tutorials and videos with her mother and friends. Most of her videos seemed pretty innocent and lighthearted. That is, until she posted one unsettling video on January 3rd, 2022, in which she joked about having to confess to killing someone. She seemed to smile as Shawn Mendes' song "It'll Be Okay" played over the clip. While most of her followers probably thought this was nothing more than a silly TikTok video, it was actually foreshadowing a very dark event to come. In February of 2022, Mehek, her mother, Ansreen Bukhari, and a 21-year-old woman named Natasha Akatar were involved in a car chase. They chased two 21-year-old cousins named Mohammed Hashim Ijazuddin and Saqib Hussein and eventually ran them off the road, destroying their car and taking both of their lives instantly. Two men named Reyes Jamal and Raken.
What I don't get is why are they chasing them like they're the fucking police in the first place? Like, did they take something from y'all? Like, I need some more description. Like, there ain't no way they just ran him off the road. Like, if you was gonna get ran off the road, why you need to stop your car? You got your car hit. Like, come on now, you just ran off the road. I mean, either way though, like, you chasing them down with three females. Like, you guys are the fucking police, and then you end up knocking bros off the freaking edge of the road, and they end up dying. That's crazy.
Karwan have also been charged in connection with the car chase, but it has not been released what role they played in this horrific tragedy. The vehicles that were involved in the crash include a silver Skoda Fabia, a gray Audi TT, and a blue Seat Leon. While the exact routes the cars took is still being pieced together, it is known that they were traveling at great speeds. It's unclear what sparked these three women to want to chase down the men. However, it is known that Mehek has been involved in some tension with other people in the past. Last year, she claimed that she had beef with other influencers and had felt the need to disassociate with them as a result. I would say beef was coming to me last year, and I cut off loads of people. Lots of TikTokers actually, which was really good for my mental health as well, Mehek said. Now I'm literally thriving and growing. She also wasn't afraid to engage in risky behavior. In one of her TikToks, a flashy car is seen screeching recklessly through a parking lot, while in another clip, she is seen filming herself while driving. The video was tagged by TikTok with a warning that read, "Participate."
Dude, this has nothing to do. I want to know why she ran those two dudes off of the street. You talking about a whole bunch of extra stuff that don't even matter. Like,
Participating in this activity could result in you or others getting hurt. After their arrests, Mehek and her mother were brought into court. During this time, the judge asked them if they understood the severity of their charges. They both only said one word: yes. They will face a hearing on March 18th and will likely face trial in September of 2022. Meanwhile, the loved ones of Ijazuddin and Hussein are left to grieve the long lives that were ended far too soon. Sikander Hayat, Ijazuddin's father, said that at the time of the crash, Hussein was going through a hard time, and his son was trying to help cheer him up. He had borrowed his grandfather's car and was using it to take Hussein to see a friend of theirs. Saqib was very down about things. Hashim loved him a lot and cared for all people in general. He would do anything to help somebody out, Hayat said. Will the fallen
well, that's the end of the video, y'all. This video right here pissed me off. Second video, the little girl got set up, bro. There ain't no other observation that I seen that could have happened. That little girl got set up. This said that the last video, she didn't even give us any like description on why these two females ran those two dudes off, because they wouldn't just start chasing them just because they seen them, right? So why would they knock them off of the street and end up killing them? That is crazy. Well, this is Jizo, and that's the end of the video. If you like my video, leave a comment, subscribe, share, and go to my music channel, GEE. ZOOO and run it up. Alright, it's D Reacts. I'll see you in the next one. I'm signing out.